Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with FTL. We did our first episode, which was a tutorial, and there's still lots and lots to learn. So we're gonna jump into a new game. I guess, unlike Hearthstone and unlike Isaac, there really isn't any other options but to start a new game. At the moment, at least. Alright. So, we saw the tutorial. Like I said, the tutorial did not really show us everything. So this is the start of a new game. We're looking at the Kestrel. That's our ship. We would have a list here, but guess I got a little spoiler here. Oh man, I'll spoil everything if I keep scrolling over there. So, select that. So there's a type A and a type B that we haven't unlocked. We can hide to see what it looks like on the outside. Of course, you're gonna need to see the rooms. And so we need to complete 2 of the 3 achievements here to unlock something. I don't know. We'll do it. We'll just leave it bland. Our crew is Allison, human. Humans are common and uninteresting. I guess I kind of agree with that usually. None of them have any skills or anything. What does customize do? I can change what they look like and I can change their name. So you could name all these people you know and then feel real bad when they died. You could also rename your ship. This is where we have it as far as things. And I don't think you can really modify this at this stage. No augmentations. We start off with a burst laser Mark II, takes 2 power, charge time of 12 seconds. It shoots 3 shots per charge, and then 1 damage per shot with a low accuracy. This is probably a pretty good starter laser because it'll help get through shields. And then you have the Artemis missile that takes 1 power, takes 11 seconds to charge, and uses 1 missile each time it fires. So you really want to keep an eye on your missile launchers, particularly if you have it in auto fire mode, because it will just burn up your missiles a lot faster than you can get. Okay, we can play in easy mode, which is increased scrap rewards. Scrap is your currency and easier enemies. Or you can play in normal and get a 25% boost. So if there's an easy and there's a normal, I guess there might be a hard at some point too. That would be the only thing that would make sense, but I guess it doesn't have to be. But we're gonna play as normal. We're gonna start. Alright, let's see. Is this the same as it said before? The data you're carrying is vital to remain. You need the supplies. Yeah, this is different. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. Tip: augmentations. Your ship can hold 3 augmentations. They prove unique benefits to the system, the crew, or the entire ship. So, we're back into the screen that we were most familiar with from the tutorial. Let's go ahead and just adjust this a little bit. In fact, let's depower, since we're a little short on power, the missile launcher and power up our engines. We have want to prefer shields over weapons, because the shields need to be recharged. You take damage on the hull, it's pretty difficult to repair that. So nothing happens on your first turn, unless you do something crazy. We have 10 scrap, but I do not believe anything here costs 10. The lowest here is 15, and then everything else is like 20. We have room for more crew, we have room for more weapons, more cargo, if we get a drone system installed, if we get augments. So we're going to try and find resources, but this is a game of balancing. We need to keep going this way, because it's not the issue you will quickly see of the rebel fleet being one ship like this following you. No, it is this red line that just follows this way. And if you get behind that red line, even in the middle of transport, so if I go from like this point to this point, and the red line happens to be right here when I jump, it will be probably here when I reach here, and I will be fighting very powerful rebel people. So choosing wisely is important. Not lollygagging is important, but also not racing. If you just race to the end, you're gonna be in trouble. You're not gonna... Here is a store location. It says store. If you can see that, it's being hidden by the beacon map. But if we went there, we could... You pretty good chance you'll be able to buy something if you had the scrap, but I don't have the scrap. So the only real way I could take advantage of that would be to go here or go here, hope to get some scrap, and then go here, because nothing's gonna be for sale for 10. Okay. This isn't a nebula. The nebula here will make the fleet pursuers slower, but it will disrupt your sensors. So there are different locations on the map that do different things. Nebulas mess with your sensor, but make people chasing you slower. Normal things are just unvisited locations unless you've been there. For this map, I don't think there's anything besides this nebula. The right choice is to go to this place. Now when you jump in, it's always paused. So I was worrying in the first tutorial episode whether this was a fast-paced or a slow-paced game. It is kind of both in one. It pauses and allows you to think about what you could do, but it also can get fast-paced, so fast-paced that even trying to pause and unpause is difficult. Alright, so we've run into a ship. An especially well-armed pirate ship approaches you. Hand over one of your crew members and the rest of you can go free unharmed. So I have two choices. I can either draw straws and send a crew member over. I only have 3 crew members. Or we can say, we will never surrender one of our crews to slavers. So, in a pickle already. I mean, this is going to be a tough fight, but we're going to have to do it. So, as soon as I selected it, it unpaused. I did not unpause it. So, what I would need to do is take the med bay offline, and use its power to charge my missiles and start shooting at that, and then start shooting at this. You want the shields to go down. I'm gonna stick pretty much to hit the shields, get them down, hit the weapons, get them down, hit the engines so they can't run away, get them down. Maybe they'll surrender at that point if you don't kill them too fast. Unpause it and see what we can do. I very well might just pause it again after one missile fire. But watching these red things. So, shields are down. And these are charging up. I paused it again. I only have 8 missiles. Interesting. Now our sensors are not super upgraded, so I cannot see much into their ship. I don't know if there are crew members already in there repairing those shields. But let's try and use this and take down their, use just our lasers, because we only have 7 missiles left to take down their beams. They potentially, with their weapon, could have hit us 4 times now. Alright. So, we are doing better here than I would have imagined on our first fight. So next thing we want to take out is their shields. Oh no! Oh no! Notice that these shields here are being repaired. They're trying to bring the shields back online, which is not an acceptable thing. So instead of attacking the engines, we're going to attack the shields again. Okay, so we got them down to 2 life, and now they're willing to talk. We surrender, take one of our slaves as tribute. If you destroy us, they'll all die anyway. So, it's a shame you don't have a third option to board the ship and free all the slaves. I don't know if that ever is actually an option, but at least we can get one of them freed, and killing them will, destroying the ship will kill them all. You know that for true. So I can either be a jerk and kill them all, or I can be a not super nice guy, but a pretty nice guy. I'm gonna have to adjust the volume on this game. It is a lot louder than my other games. So we're gonna accept their offer and take one of their slaves. Okay, so I could blow them up more, but now you notice that the relationship has changed. They have gone from relationship hostile to relationship neutral. So I don't have any reason to blow them up, other than if I just wanted to blow them up, I might get some scrap. And I could use some scrap, but that would be the mean thing to do. So Finn here is not a human. He is actually, let's see if I can pull him up. Finn is the slave we just got as tribute. He is an NG. It's unclear if the NG are partly organic or entirely mechanical, but it's well known that they make exceptional engineers. Repair speed is doubled, and combat damage inflicted is halved. So if they fight something, they'll be a pretty good fighter too. So where would I want to put somebody that was good at fighting and bad and good at engineering and repairing things? The best place I would want to put him is the shields. So I move my guy from the shield section to the weapon section. So it's manned now, and we are done. Now, are they slowly here repairing their shield? Possibly. If I sat around here long enough, would they repair their shields and their weapons and attack me again? I don't know. I've never sat here long enough to see that. I mean, they just repaired their shield. And then I guess they'll come over here and repair it. Let's just sit here. This is an interesting science experiment. If we're gonna sit here and do this, we might as well do it the right way and take a power core off the med bay, which we don't need the med bay powered all the time. You only need it when your guys are damaged. So we've got our laser already charged. We'll have our missile already charged, just in case these guys do decide that they're going to attack us again. Fighting the same guy twice in one location, I don't know if that's a smart idea or not. He only has 2 hull, and they can't repair their hull any more than we can. We did not take any damage to our hull though, which is good. That's good for a first fight. And the reason why he probably missed 4 times is his targeting wasn't very good, but I also had a guy in the engines, which gave me a 5% boost of dodge. Well, it doesn't seem like they are fixing their weapons. It seems like they probably just had a guy in their shield place and he automatically started fixing the shields as soon as the fight was over. But this is the right way to jump too, because I should still be charged when I get to the next location, in case we get into another fight, which will happen a lot. So let's go ahead and jump. Nothing more is going to happen here. So I could go down here to the nebula. I could go to the store. I could go to the place I didn't choose, and I can go back to the explored lake location. It will leave notes here of if there was anything important there. This one said nothing of interest because there wasn't anything there. We want to keep going right. It doesn't have to be a direct line right, but it needs to be kind of a zigzag right at best, at worst. So to the next thing. You spot a small rebel ship nearby. It seems they've been retrofitted for transport rather than combat. It doesn't seem to want to engage you or your ship. So I can either avoid the ship completely or demand surrender of their goods. So I can either potentially get in a fight or just absolutely avoid a fight. I think I need some goods. So, and they are the rebels. The rebel scum. So let's try this. You prepare to secure the cargo by force. So it went into a fight. Apparently I was not intimidating enough for them just to surrender. I don't think they even have a way of attacking. So they're trying to escape. Okay, so what we want to do is go ahead and just attack this so they can't escape. I want to attack this with the missile so they can't escape. And then I'll use the laser to go ahead and just unpause it. We can do these things while it's charging up. Okay. So with the one missile and one laser thing, we've taken out most of their shields and their engines. So let's take out their weapons. They did 1 hull damage to me. So that first fight was easier already. they have better accuracy. Now they're doing hull damage when they hit these empty rooms, but they're not damaging a thing like the engine. Let's go ahead and pause this again. Let's go ahead and you could shoot out the oxygen, try to kill the crew, or you can shoot out the piloting and make it harder for them to jump too. Notice too, the FTL drive here, for us, if we ever needed to run, is not but halfway charged at the moment. Oops. You search the remains of the ship, but only come across blueprints and debris from broken machinery. A shame, but you take what you can scrap from their salvage. So I have 1 extra fuel now, 1 drone part, and 8 scrap. If my laser didn't shoot 3 things and I did like 1 less damage to them, there is a possibility they would have surrendered, but no guarantee. So I have 15 now. I have no weapons, no crews, so nothing that can be changed. I can either save my scrap, or I can give myself another upgrade on the engines. But if I do that, I need energy from something. And so the very next thing I need to get is 20 scrap to get another power bar. Because the only way I can get that extra dodge ability is to take it from the missile shock shooter. I guess I could take it from the oxygen, but then that would be really silly, wouldn't it? Because all my crew would stop breathing and dying. So here's a real decision. You can either go up and do all 3 of these in kind of an arc, or you can skip 2 locations and go here. Now notice we have not seen the rebel even approach yet, so we have time. So we might as well take the long way. A missile shoots across your bow. When the jump completes, your scan quickly reveal a ship with pirate markings pursuing an unknown vessel. The pirate hails you. Damn it, we weren't expecting company. Stay out of this and you could profit. So I can either attack them or let the pirates do the attacking. Now, up to this point, there's been clearly a good answer and a bad answer. And still, there really is. You can be the hero and attack the pirate. But you could save yourself some difficulty and just let the pirates attack the 3rd ship and get a little bit of profit from it. So you can avoid a fight here. Now, follow my logic here. If the pirates are chasing something and trying to steal something from it, odds are there's more of value on the ship that they're chasing than there is actually on the ship of a pirate ship. Because a pirate ship would offload all of their treasures somewhere else fairly frequently. So you probably get a better reward being the hero. So let's be the hero. Pirate ship stops its pursuit and locks weapons onto your ship. There's a lot of talking going on here that I don't see. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with these runs as we get further into this series, because if you've seen the same intro, and you will see the same intro several times, me reading the same instructions okay. Me reading these parts over and over again at the top is going to get uninteresting, and we'll do it for the first many episodes, but eventually I'm just going to stop reading out loud what this says. Hopefully on your screen, whatever you're watching it, you'll be able to read these. I will summarize it here. Final. So this says, fine, our previous offer was not generous enough. Let's improve it. So accept a more generous bribe of 5 missiles, 1 drone part, and 9 scrap. That's only 1 more scrap, and that's like 4 more missiles. I could probably do with 5 missiles, and in my memory of how this game works, this is probably the last thing I'm going to be offered. So if I just reject their offer, I'm probably not going to get anything. But we've set ourselves down a path, and we might as well do it. There's something about the energy that where they give energy to the shields, I believe. Well, maybe that's a different species. Maybe that's a different game. There was an Android game that was very similar to this, that had about the same setup and play through. Alright, so the pirates explode, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. You go to examine the ship you just saved. So we got 12 scrap for blowing them up, more scrap than they were ever willing to offer. The pirate's victim quickly jumps away before you have a chance to speak to him. Yep, that is gratitude for you. I have 15, I need 20. I need to get another power bar. But we made some progress there. We slowly wearing down our hull though, and I don't like that. So now we see the rebels coming. It is just one big red line. So I think we still have time to take the long way, but it's getting close. And that's kind of what you want to get down to the wire. Upon completing your jump, you receive a message from a nearby ship. Greetings and welcome to our beacon. For a small fee, we'll let you continue on your way. So instead of, I could either give them 21 scrap, which I don't have, or they're going to try and kill me. So I have to reject their offer since I don't have 21 scrap. Too bad. You will regret this decision. They've got a drone. This is the first time we've seen a drone. They also have a different type of shield that has to be drained, I believe, first. So here's the drone. It's flying around. It will shoot a little laser and try it. It is on the outside of the ship, not inside. So it might look a little confusing. Yep, it's gonna fly around and fire its lasers. It doesn't seem like they have. Okay, hull is at 75%. Door system's getting damaged. Hull's at 50%. We're in trouble. Let's pause it here for a second. What can we do? We can send, there's like a crack, I believe, here, and we're losing oxygen. Hopefully that guy will be able to fix it before he dies. The oxygen replenishment unit is down, so let's open this door. Oh, I can't open the doors because the door unit's closed. So I can't even open this door and let this guy in. We're down to 4 now. The holes are critical. What more could we have done? Well, I can power these. Oh, I haven't even been firing. I haven't been paying attention. So now you see what I mean by it is a slow and yet also fast game. It is completely capable of pausing, but you've got to be fast on pausing. Just unpausing for a second and looking at things. I've allowed my weapons to become unpowered. Everything, everywhere is damaged. Fires are starting everywhere. Oxygen is leaving all the places. My shields are down, and the hull is critical. I believe one of my crew members suffocated already. The one running the engine, he's dead. Finn here is suffocating, I believe, because he needs oxygen. He'll be dead any second now. This guy will be dead any second now, and this guy will probably last the longest. But yeah, this one's at 85 health. This one's at 100 health. But we're not gonna last that long. We're gonna last like 5, maybe 3 more seconds, and then we're gonna blow up. Maybe that was 4 seconds. And that's it. One last explosion marks your fate as your ship is torn apart. Score 162. So stats. We can go to the stats and see things. That's probably be more useful later on. So that's it for your first game of FTL. What we will want to do, it was probably a good for recording reasons idea to do normal mode, but now that I've played through normal mode, I remember you really need to play on easy. So we're going to be playing on easy until we can unlock more things to start with. You know, as we unlock different ships, as we unlock more abilities and augments and weapons that you might start with, it will get easier. So, but until then we need to play as on easy. So, I can't remember where I put the escape button. There it is. Oh, no duh. I put it on the back button on the controller. Let's see. Let's turn this music down. I don't know why I'm recording myself turning the music down, but that's fine. Episodes are going to be 1 run long on FTL always. We are never going to break that rule, and if you've seen my other recordings, you've seen me break that rule a lot, but on FTL in particular, no. 1 run, nearly a significant, well, I won't say nearly all, but a very large chance, percentage of FTL runs are not going to get you to the end. It is a incredibly difficult task to get to the end. We will do it, but we will only do it a few times probably. We won't ever get good enough because a lot of it's based on luck. Lots and lots of it's based on luck. We won't ever get good enough probably that we're doing it even close to 50% of the time. So it's gonna be 1 run. We've learned things, new things. We've gone through a couple of intros. The being attacked by a pirate ship, the being attacked by a bomber, those are incidences we're going to see over and over again. And so I'll very quickly stop reading the introduction because it really doesn't matter what the introduction says. It's really just um, pick option 1 or option 2. Okay, so that's it for this episode. As always, like, share, subscribe, and watch every second of the video. All of that really helps out. And have a good evening.